and welcome to a special episode of Cricket Predicta, the weekend special in the evening. Well, in today's episode, we'll talk about the exciting matches scheduled for today, LSG versus Gujarat Titans, and also Hyderabad versus Punjab Kings. But before that, yes, if it's not a great news if you're a CSK fan, in the 25th match, KKR faced off against the Chennai Super Kings at the MH Dambaram Stadium. Ajinkya Rahane won the toss and opted to bowl. Fair decision. Nothing wrong in that. Batting first, and that's when the problem started. CSK managed to score just 103. It's one of their top five or one of the most miserable scores that they've scored at their home venue. They scored 103 in just 20 overs. Guess what? KKR chased down the total in just 10 overs. The first match in today's edition will be with LSG and Gujarat Titans, which is currently happening right now. And LSG have had a mixed season so far. Out of 5 games, they won 3, lost 2. Gujarat has won 4 of their 5 matches, which is a good sign. But more importantly, we'll talk about the Sunrisers game for the Hyderabad later in the day. But right now, we'll welcome Paul Tinnett. Paul, welcome to the show. Nothing seems to be going right for CSK. Let's review the match in all honesty between the CSK and KKR.
Well, pretty much everything. What a disastrous night for CSK. I mean, the batting looked woeful. Dubé got a few runs at the end. Vijay Shankar looked half okay, but he got dropped twice. And as for the rest of them, I mean, Tripathi looked all at sea. Deepak Hooda coming in as the impact sub was out quickly. And, you know, again, Jadeja, but especially Ashwin coming in above Dhoni. I mean, Dhoni coming in at number 9. I know it was not a pitch that there was ever going to be a score of 200 on, but I still think as captain, he should have been coming out much, much earlier than that. I kept on waiting for him to come out and kept on getting a surprise that he didn't. But of course, you've also got to pay credit to KKR. I've been thinking that, you know, last season they took a while to get going and then they roared home. And I was thinking there's every chance they could do that this season. And this could be the first game of them on the way towards doing that. But Chakravarti, Moeen Ali and Sunil Narayan on a pitch that suited were absolutely devastating.
This seems to be bad days for CSK. If you're a CSK fan, you wouldn't like to hear what you saw and heard in the commentators' box last night. But let me just ask you, are they out of the game right now for the playoffs?
No, they're finished. The mighty CSK are finished in this IPL. They will not make the semi-finals. If they do, you can feel free to play this clip back and everyone can have a laugh at me. But, you know, with 1 win out of 6 games, so they've got 8 games left. And historically, since there's been the 10 teams, you kind of need 16 points to really be assured of a spot in the semi-finals. So that means from their last 8 games, they need 7 wins, 7 out of 8. Now, theoretically, they could potentially do it with 6 out of 8, but the way things are going, either prospect seems fanciful. The global betting markets, before this game, still had them in touch. Now they're giving them a 1% chance of winning the IPL, and I think that's too high. So I honestly cannot see them coming back from this.
Right, Paul. Thank you very much, Paul. Very pithy question, very pointed and brutally honest. What do you make up of the MS Dhoni dismissal last night? It was a very close call. Something shown on television, which was a completely different thing, what they made up of. What do you think went wrong with Ian Bishop's commentary last night?
I tend to think he got it wrong. Now, when I was watching it live, I just thought, oh, there's a spike, that will be not out. And then when he said, oh, there's a gap there, I was, you know, standing as close to my television as I possibly could. My eyesight's not the best, but I couldn't see a meaningful gap. And then there was other people saying that the murmur didn't resemble the normal sort of murmur. I think it did. I think it was a really legitimate sort of spike. Plus, that's not what the third umpire was talking about. He wasn't saying that the spike didn't look legitimate. He was just saying that there was a mismatch, that there was a gap between bat and ball. My question is, what else could it have been? I just think he definitely got an inside edge. And the thing that really annoyed me was, okay, even if you think that the third umpire got it right, it was a highly controversial, massive moment. Dhoni, new captain, huge disappointment of the CSK crowd, and a controversial decision. And I complimented Ian Bishop on his commentary the other night. I'm going to criticise him this time. That at that very moment, he just started talking about what a great decision it had been, the matchups in terms of getting the spinners on to Dhoni. And I just thought, no, you guys have to talk about it. And then they came back. They didn't replay it. They didn't talk about it. And I just think that is strange. It's, presumably contractually they're required not to criticise umpiring decisions, and I think that is unfair on the viewer. Plus, it's not like there was anything entertaining going on the field. It was a very slow period of play. It would have been tremendously exciting for them to forensically analyse and decide whether the umpire got it right or wrong. So even if the umpire got it right, and I'm open to that possibility, I don't see why it can't be a big talking point on the coverage. It should have been.
Thank you, Paul. That was Paul Dinette, the famous podcaster and a very astute critic of the game of cricket, straight from Sydney. In the second match today, Sunrisers Hyderabad will take on Punjab Kings, known for their aggressive batting. Yes, SRH made a huge mountain of their 286 runs in the inaugural match, but then the totals have been very modest: 163, 120 and 152, leading to consecutive defeats. Yes, the team that came out and pretended to be Lion King, they're still Simba in the making. In contrast, Punjab Kings under the new captains Shreyas Iyer have been showing some promising form. Iyer led from the front, and the team dynamic opener, yes, Priyansh Arya, who smashed a century against CSK. Seems like everybody seems to be scoring runs against CSK this season. In the last match of the bowling department, Punjab have looked strong. Arshdeep Singh, Ferguson, Chahal, Marco Jansen. Who's left now? I think it's only the wicketkeeper that needs to come out, bowl, take wickets. Coming back into the match today, we've got Noel David, the Hyderabad former Ranji player and former Indian player. Noel David, the captain, Iyer and Ponting's duo have been creating a lot of buzz around. What is your understanding of the game today?
Hi Sunil. To be very honest, I think Punjab Super Kings under the captaincy of Shreyas Iyer and the coach Ricky Ponting, I think they are doing a great job. The way they are playing, the batting has been good. The young Priyansh has, proved himself with the 100 last game. Shreyas Iyer, as usual, he's been consistent. Yes, last two games he's not been among runs, but what kind of player he is. There is guys who are ready to give the 100% for Punjab Kings. I think this is a new team which is playing under the captaincy of Shreyas. I think they were in search of a very good captain, and I think they got one at last. I think Ricky is doing a great job as a coach. I think whatever controversy was against him as a coach, I think he's proving it right now. I think one man can't prove everything. That is Cummins. He may be captain of the Australian, but at present he's under fire because SRH is not up to the standard what we all expected. As I said before, they don't have that team which can repeat that what they have done last year. I feel that the bowling is not to that standard. Even if they get 240, 250, I think they cannot defend that. I think the batting as what expectation they had after the first game, I feel that they have let themselves down in the batting also. I think they are in rush of blood to get the 300, but I don't think they should be aiming 300. Oh yeah, that is finished, over and done. You concentrate on winning now because every match is important for them from now onwards. I think they are playing at home ground. I think they should take that advantage. Play to the situation. That's more important. Calculate your innings. I think the start is important. By Trevor said, Abhishek Sharma. If they get going, it's well and good for us. Then only we can set a tone against the Punjab Kings. Otherwise, I think Punjab Super Kings will take the game away. It is all in the hands of SRH how they're going to play today.
Well, Noel, when you look at the head-to-head between the two teams, Sunrisers have been languishing in the bottom. They claim to be the super team of the season. What's going wrong, considering that top batting power play has been one of the worst in the season? The bowling power plays have been absolutely dismal. What is going wrong with SRH?
I don't think Sunrisers have a chance to dominate Punjab Super Kings. Maybe Sunrisers have dominated them in the past because they had a very good side. They played very well. The only way I feel if they want to dominate Punjab Super Kings on their home soil today, I think they have to tick all the boxes right, especially the batting, the bowling, and the fielding. I think they have to come good in all three departments. Until then, I don't think they can dominate the way Punjab Super Kings is playing at present under the captaincy of Shreyas Iyer. They have a very balanced side, Punjab Super Kings. They have good bowling, they have good batting. I think if they concentrate a bit on their fielding, I think it's easy for them and a cakewalk today if they really want to beat Sunrisers. But I don't think Sunrisers. They may have dominated Punjab Super Kings previously because they had a very good side, very good bowling last year and previous year. So I think if they want to beat them, they have to come good today.
Well, Sunrisers, for statistically minded Sunrisers, Hyderabad has lost 4 matches consecutively. That's not happened in a long, long time. What is the reason behind poor form, in fact, on this?
Of course, after that great start against RR in the first match in Hyderabad, after that I felt that Sunrisers let themselves down in whatever they've done. You see, they should have concentrated more on their bowling attack. The fielding was not good. The batting collapsed at regular intervals. The partnership wasn't there. Yes, you can't keep, depending on Travis Head and Abhishek Sharma to give you that flying start what they gave in the first match. You see, they have to have some responsibility in the middle. I think Ishan Kishan after that first match, he's been failing. Here and then, Carlson is chipping in, but that's not good enough. I think the first 3 have to come good and give us that start what they gave us against RR. If then only I think they can dominate any side, because if they are thinking to get that 300 mark, then they have to plan their innings. I think Ankit Verma is chipping in, but past 2 matches he's also not up to that mark. But you can't keep depending on him all the time, like we are always depending on the opening pair. I think as I said, and I always say, your bowling has to be good. Even if you get 260, 270, how will you defend it? It's only the bowling and the fielding have to come good for Sunrisers. It's the home soil they are playing in, home ground. They have the advantage, they have the support, they have everything. They have to play well. They have to get their act together. Then only you can beat Punjab Kings today.
We are now joined by Stanley Chioza, the famous Zimbabwean coach who's now currently in Dubai at the Sportive Academy. Stanley, welcome to the show. The performance of Sunrisers Hyderabad, they seem to be very exciting prospect for the new emerging winners of the game. They seem to be doing a bad job of the overall thing. Do you think they've lost the steam somewhere?
Sunil, thank you once again for having me on the show. Well, Sunil, I think it would be really, really unfair, to try and make the batting of SRH, well, the lack of it really, to be partly responsible for the majority of their losses. Yes, things have not gone well. From an opening stand average of 49, and it slumps down all the way to 16. Abhishek Sharma, Travis Head, things have not gone well, not gone according to plan compared to last season. However, I think with regards to losses is concerned, both batting, in as much as we can talk about their uber aggressive batting style, not much has been done in terms of talking about their bowling. Their bowling has not gone well as well. At an economy rate of over 10.5, it's very difficult to restrict teams, especially when you're not scoring runs. And then you have the second fewest wickets in the middle overs, that period between 7 to 15, 7 to 16 period, you're not taking wickets. And that's generally the area that Pat Cummins used to bowl last season, when he had good success taking more than 9 wickets in that middle period with his change in pace. He's changed things a little this year, coming in early, inside the power play as well. It has not been successful. That trick, that talent, or that plan, as it were, has not gone as fruitful as we would have thought it would have been. I mean, he's going at 11 to the over as it stands. So it's only fair to sum it up that they have not played a good brand of cricket. It has not gone according to plan compared to last season. So it's not, when you look at the holistic picture, it's not just about the batting, but it has been about the bowling as well. The bowling has to take its fair share of the responsibility.
Punjab, on the other hand, has had two uncapped players, openers in the overall IPL. Do you think they've been making some success with that? Your views?
Key aspect for me is to know in a situation like this is the role play, clarity in it, especially for young and inexperienced players, but not to say they haven't played enough cricket. But when you have youth inside your team and it's surrounded by experience, the clarity in how they expected to go and perform their responsibilities, is always key. And I'm sure someone like a Ricky Ponting, and the nature of how he wants the game to be played in terms of fearless, he would have explained it quite well. And these young kids, these players have gone about it and have done it very well in making sure that they take the responsibility of the senior players, setting the tone, as it were. Playing that fearless brand of cricket. You go out there and you express yourself, go and play the brand of cricket and how you know how to do it best. So I think they're in a good atmosphere, as it were, and it's a good thing that the brand of cricket is also working. It's like as if they've taken the template out of the SRH changing room of last season and they've just injected in their own. The only difference is they're not really depending on two people, as it were, for SRH last season. Three heroes already have been made. When you look at it right now, SRH, Isharis Air, it's been brilliant, 168. You've got also Wadira, 114, Arya, 158, and then you've got Singh on 91. They have shared the responsibility. They've spread around in terms of making sure that if somebody doesn't perform today, it's a different person the next day. So it's been brilliant in how they've gone about things. The only aspect to it is how long can they continue. It's still early doors into the season, but one thing that we've seen is that I can only hope that they can continue to grow, continue to put Punjab Kings into that batting space, by scoring runs, so that they've got something for the bowlers to bowl at, and if they were chasing, they can take the responsibility and the charge to chase down any score. I mean, the likes of Glenn Maxwell and Marcus Stoinis have only done but watch. At some point, they will get the opportunity, that's for sure. It's a long season, like I said earlier on. So, as it stands, these guys have taken the responsibility. And with regards to the batting effort, they've done well to make sure that there's runs on the board and that they've been able to chase.
Well, if you're watching us, the show is called Cricket Predicta. I'm joined by Stanley Chiodza, the Zimbabwean cricket coach who's currently based out of the Sportive Cricket Academy. Welcome to the show, Stanley. Stanley, again, before we let you go, I'm going to ask you a very pointed question, statistics based. Out of the teams batting second, 45 times they've won the match, and the team batting first have won 35. Do you think toss will have any role today, or it's just out of the context in today's game?
So now this is a stat, that possibly would have been thrown out the window had the SRH been performing like they did last season. I think one thing they did very well last season, irrespective of batting first or second, is their batting performed. When they batted first, they put runs on the board. Massive totals for that matter, irrespective of what field they play, and especially at the Rajiv Gandhi Stadium, which is their home. Massive 200 plus totals. However, flip the coin, 2025, their batting order is not firing on all cylinders. Okay, so this is obviously will be a massive concern to make sure that should they win the toss, it only makes sense for them to be batting second. That will give them the best chance. Obviously, yes, it's a venue where conditions generally maintain themselves. However, there's been talk of rains around the stadium, which just means perhaps you win the toss, you want to ball first to make sure if there's any moisture that might give any assistance to bowlers, you might want to be the team that uses first up, try and restrict the team that bats first to a decent total. And we know how good a batting surface it can become as the match progresses. So you win the toss, I would not be surprised that any captain would want to bowl first here at the Rajiv Gandhi Stadium.
Well, we'll let go of one Zimbabwean and welcome the second one. And the second one is Christopher Mupofu. Remember, Christopher made his debut under Heath Streak, the legendary late Heath Streak all-rounder from Zimbabwe. He knows a thing or two about the head-to-head matchups. He's currently busy playing the Legends League across the world. Chris, welcome to the show. Punjab skipper has dominated against Pat Cummins. It's one of those rare occasions where you have a batter and a bowler matchup coming in big way. What do you make up of the game today?
Aya, Sheares Aya versus Pat Cummins, a very interesting one. This one, looking forward to this contest between these two. You've got Pat Cummins, who's been bowling quite well. He didn't start as well as you want. He is the skipper of the SRH team, and you've got Ayas also on the other side. He is the skipper also of Kings 11. So for me, this is going to be an amazing contest. And then these two, when you're saying head to head between these two, Aya against Cummins, you're looking at these stats and you're saying balls that Cummins has bowled to Aya, that's about 17 balls. He's hit him about 33 runs. So you're saying when you're looking at these stats, he hasn't taken him out. That's an interesting stat. He hasn't actually, Pat Cummins never taken out Aya in IPL cricket, and he's bowled only 5 dot balls. Out of those 5 dot balls, he's hit him 5 fours and 1 6 with a strike rate of about 194. So it's a bit of a concern for Pat Cummins when you are saying head to head. And when you're looking at it, Aya at the other end, he looks like in good touch. So I'm looking forward to this contest. And if you're saying who's going to come on top for a change, I'll not say the bowler. It should be Sheares Aya for me. He's the one person that I think will come on top. And the reason why I'm saying also looking at Sunrise Hyderabad at the same time, they haven't done very well in this IPL. So for me, I'll say Aya winning this one.
Well, this is another head to head between Abhishek Sharma and Arshdeep Singh. Will it be quite favourable for SRH amidst their poor run of form in this particular face off? Your views.
And then you've got these two, Ashdeep Singh versus Abhishek Sharma. What a contest this is going to be. Why do I say that? You've got Ashdeep Singh. For me, I always say time and time again that Ashdeep Singh is a world-class bowler. You can never take that away. One of the best left-arm fast bowlers going around in T20 cricket at the moment. But when you coming to the record that these two have, looking at Abhishek Sharma at the moment, he has faced about 29 balls from Ashdeep Singh, and he has hit him about 48 runs. So this is pretty interesting, and he hasn't taken him out in all these games. So when you're looking at this, and he's bowled 13 dot balls. Out of those 13 dot balls, he's hit him about 7 fours. So this is very interesting, and he's hit him about 2 6s in that contest, and the striker is the mammoth strike rate of about 165. So looking at the head to head, as much as we always say that Ashdeep Singh is a very good bowler in T20 cricket, I would say that Abhishek Sharma has actually been winning this contest. Looking at the striker, looking at sixes that he's hit him off him, but this is going to be an interesting one, because why I say so, Abhishek in the IPL this season, he hasn't been the Abhishek that we saw last season. So this is going to be interesting. He needs to get an opportunity to score big, and we'll see whether he's going to start by hitting Ashdeep Singh. So on this one, I'll say Ashdeep Singh to win the contest.
Chris, before we let you go, there's a good battle simmering up between Travis Head and Lockie Ferguson. What do you think of this face off between the two giants of the game? Your views.
Lucky Ferguson against Travis Head. Wow, what a contest this could be. Looking at the head-to-head between the two great players, it's a very interesting one. That Lucky Ferguson has actually taken Travis Head out once. He's only bowled 9 balls to him with about 24 runs. So you're saying yes, he's taken him out, but looking at the same time now, the strike rate is the one that stands tall. There, he's hit him 24 runs with a strike rate of about 266, as that's typical Travis Head there. And interesting one here is that he's hit him 1 4, and there's 3 6s in those balls that he has bowled to him. that's really amazing that he has hit him 3 6s, and looking forward to seeing how this one pans out to be. But at the moment, I'll say Travis Head to continue being the dominator in this encounter. Yes, it's been 9 balls, but there could be more explosive fireworks on today's game. So I'm looking forward to this contest.
Well, there you had it. Four of the best voices in the game of cricket. Joining us, a podcaster, a former Indian spinner. You had the coach from Dubai and a former Zimbabwean pacer getting together for the show that is called Cricket Predicta, brought to you by 1xBet, Vomegi Infrastructure, Delhi NCR. This is Sunil Yash Kalra signing off from the Marbella Resorts in Sharjah. Don't go anywhere else. We'll be back after a short commercial break.
For more such videos, subscribe to the Newsx YouTube channel, hit the bell icon.